sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. On the option. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything. This offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold.
A productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Here we go.
They go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll run the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a 1st down like they did right there.
Here's the handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Turning it on. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quick completion on the out route. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that time. Later. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have...
Touchdown, Fresno State, and the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten.
He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Cowboys decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. right here. Wants to throw on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14, and they want to continue this streak as long as they possibly.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Tulsa, Oklahoma, home to the Golden Hurricane of Tulsa. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Tulsa Golden Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll go on the attack first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main... speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good, but you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. Caught in the backfield, it's Gee.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Gee. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
Going to swing it on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Tulsa in a tough spot here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be fourth down from the 23. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
Now, he was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down.
Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The give to the back.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Bulldogs have a lot of options on second and inches. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bean. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Once he got some room, it was over.
And when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Complete to start this drive.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Gets the back moving. Snap from the gun on third down. Throws for the tight end. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll move the tight end. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bean. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
14, Tulsa, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Complete to the left. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Tulsa wasting no time.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Got room at the 35. Turning it on. Smashes ahead. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Back to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, third and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Bean.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his tight end. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The running back has it. Breaks the tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
This time he's got his man. Finds a crease at the 20. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to run for it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Fresno State right back to the line. Tight end now in motion. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Tulsa trying to move the chains on third and short. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Tulsa with the playbook wide open here on second and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ramsey. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer against this athletic front seven on defense.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Fresno State right back to the line. He might want another play. Off the play fake on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker, it's right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
2nd down coming up.
Off play action. Unloads it left. He's got it. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Out of the gun, looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking for the goal line, and they will score. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that 2nd half in Tulsa. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Breaks into the open. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He fires a bullet to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that play.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Making side adjustments here. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative.
Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Golden Hurricane to the line facing 2nd and short. The short hands, it's straight. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Sweet cut there. On the move is the 30. Oh, he's got some space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And how about the wheels? Makes the big play. And listen, Palmer, when you mess up early in the game, you put the ball on the turf, you want to make it up, that's a great way to do it right there.
Yeah, he's been playing motivated, and this coaching staff, they haven't quit on him. They've kept him a big part of the game plan. He's paying off that confidence.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Looking to get it in. Got the completion, but couldn't quite maneuver his way in. He'll be inches short of the score. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Fresno State right back to the line. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it fly. He's got it in, more than enough for a 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing.
There he goes. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Bulldogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fresno State.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ole Miss. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Tulsa trying to power ahead on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Turning it on. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Got room on the return. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. On the run, it's Beam. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Smashes it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Works the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. To the air on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Golden Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. Running through contact. Breaks into the open. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do counting for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left side. Hits the crease. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Fresno State, 52. Tulsa, 20.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know